What's up, you 80s music loving guitar funk people out there? This is your 80s music lover, and I'm doing another album review. And this is on Jesse Johnson's first studio release, 1985, Jesse Johnson's Revue album, where he first came out, and he came out hard, y'all. He came out hard. I mean, funky, man. The man wasn't playing. He is a former guitar group member of the time, and actually he still is playing with them on and off whenever they're not arguing or not when they're agreeing on everything and not disagreeing. With the group is called the Original Seven. Now, because of licensing and all this, music, political stuff, and contracts and stuff with ties with Prince and all that. But he's better known as the guitar player from the time. And this is Jesse's solo album, his very first one. Jesse wanted to come out really hard, and he wanted to make his funk present and his known present through his music. And he wanted to get the people on the dance floors dancing, feeling good, and partying all night long, and just making a real dent in the funk era of the 80s. And that's exactly what Jesse did with this debut album. Okay, we're going to get right into the songs. Okay, I love the album cover. As you can see, Jesse loves pink, and he always has. That was his color. Prince's color was purple back then, and Jesse's color was pink. So he made that his own. Jesse knew what it took to be somewhat of a successful solo artist in Minneapolis, coming from Minneapolis, trying to cross over and get his name well known as, and get his credence shown, and get the respect that he deserved and wanted. He knew the ingredients and what it took to do that, to be a successful solo artist in the 80s, and it wasn't easy, you guys. There were a lot of great 80s music back then, and it continued, but this is 1985's. This was the time and era of 1985, and this is what Jesse wanted to do. Okay? From his first album, he had his group and his band form, because he's used to playing in a band himself, so he figured, I need a band of my own. So, let's introduce to you guys the band members. Let's move this cassettes out the way. Let's focus in here. Okay, that's Tim Bradley. Alright. And then we got Mark Cardenas. Right there, that's Mark. Mark also played, I believe he was in the time as their synthesizer keyboardist. At least I believe he was there at least for Purple Rain when they filmed that. And that's when Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis was not in Purple Rain. So the time had to fill in some spots. Okay. So he went on and helped Jesse. And then we got Michael Baker. I believe he's there. He's the drummer, I believe. And then we got Bobby Vandale. Remember, he was calling out the names in Free World, y'all? That was tight. Okay. And then last but not least, we have Jerry Hubbard with the shades on right there. That's Jerry Hubbard. Now, and there's Jesse, of course, got the pink lipstick on, or the red lipstick, whatever it was. The man wore a lot of lipstick, but he can get away with it. Oh, I love the time back then, 1985. He was battling with Prince, with Prince's Around the World in a Day, and I kind of mentioned that in my Around the World in a Day album review. I'll give you guys a breakdown on that, how that turned out. But he basically whipped Prince's you-know-what that year. Okay, and this album release was a total surprise to everybody because Purple Rain had just started dying down. I mean, it really wasn't dead until like after Around the World in a Day was released, which was released after Purple Rain. And this album came out that same year, and so they kind of placed this album against Prince's Around the World in a Day. And although Prince's Around the World in a Day had its moments, and we loved the Raspberry Beret, we loved the Pop Life, we loved Paisley Park, we even loved America, but it just could not stand up to what Jesse was putting out back then. We wanted more Purple Rain funk, straight out, catchy tunes, you know, right in your face type of deals going on. We didn't want to try to reach into our artistic side, and Prince is already artistic as it is, but he went psychedelic down, deep down funk with Around the World in a Day. You'd have to be a really, really diehard Prince fan to really have accepted that album in that time period. Now, oh, we love it to death. It's a classic, and it was made classic back then, but we didn't all accept it right away because we were looking for a Purple Rain Part 2. Like, oh, what's Prince gonna do next? Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so awesome. Oh, I love Prince. What is he gonna do next? And then he comes out Around the World in a Day, and everybody's like, oh, what is this? Prince took us. He did one of his things. He said, "This is how it's gonna be, y'all. I'm gonna keep changing up the flow. I'm gonna keep on going in another direction. You guys ain't gonna know what I'm doing. But this ain't about Prince. This is about Jesse. I can get caught up in Prince with anything I do. Sorry, Jesse. Let's get back to you. This is your spotlight. This is your time. Sorry about that, Jesse. Here we go. You kicked Prince's tail that year, Prince and the Revolution. You and the Revue. Y'all kicked some booty, and y'all deserve it. Let's go down the line and run down the line of the songs of Jesse Johnson's Revue. And let's start off with side 1 with Be Your Man. Alright? Be Your Man was a fast cut, funky radio debut. First single off the album to be played on the radio. First hit off of this album. And by right, it earned all that right because it was just all that funk was all up in there. You know, I wanna be your man, baby. Oh, oh, oh. I mean, that's how the song went. That's how it rolled. It had a lot of breakdowns. It was like he introduced like a mobster, like gangster type funk. You know, like Jesse was part of the mob of the Minneapolis tribe or something. You know, like he was robbing banks in Minneapolis and playing music and stuff and making people dance while he was stealing their money. That's what kind of music style he introduced, and it wasn't ever heard. No one came out that hard. You know, you got a little bit of hints of that in Jungle Love, you know, from the time, but Jesse even kind of passed that up with the sounds that he put out when he produced this album. Okay, that's what he was rolling with. Alright. The second song, and it was a long cut. The album version is a long cut, and they kind of trimmed it down for the radio. But you was very, very happy to hear the long version because it was funky all the way through. Be Your Man. And then the second song on side 1 was I Want My Girl. Slow cut, slow jam. Nice first slow song to be introduced from the album. It was the third, I believe it was the third release from the album. Third radio release from the album. Nice little story he tells about, you know, my broken heart made it quite ever to say she was a devil in disguise. He said, you know, he's talking about heartbreak. He wants his girl back. This girl did him wrong. She must have been a fine heifer. And but she was wicked. She had experience over Jesse and broke his heart, kind of taught him some things, and he'll never forget. You know, he said, girl, you don't have to leave, come back. You did me good, come on back. I miss you. Even though you did me good, you did me cold. But that's what I Want My Girl's about, okay? Nice video, too. Nice video, classic. Okay, She Won't Let Go. Third cut on side 1. Not a radio hit. Not very popular. He used a lot of synthesizer. A lot of keyboard playing on here. Nice fast cut. I mean, it goes along with the rest of the song, but nothing to jump out at you. You know, she's the girl, she's a nympho, a sex nympho. She won't let go. She's a party hopper, you know, a party ghost stopper, and that's what the girl loved to do. And so that's what she was. She just won't let go of the good. Okay, the last song on side 1 is Just Too Much, one of the 80s music lovers' favorites. Funky, fast tune. Also, Just Too Much was played on the radio, but it didn't get a single like 45 cutout, or it wasn't recognized that well, but I believe it got some airplay on the radio. Just Too Much. Nice rhythm guitar. Steady tempo to set the tone, beat of the song and the rhythm of the song. You know, baby, you're just too much. You know, nice fast cut for Jesse. Side 2, Let's Have Some Fun. It continues on. This song got a little bit of radio play. Didn't make it as far as being a 45 or a 12-inch. But like I said, this album could not be denied. The whole album, I believe, at one point was played on the radio. But there were songs that just had to be put out as 45s and 12 inches. And I'll show you guys the 12 inches, which mirror match the 45s in a minute. Let's Have Some Fun is another one of 80s music lovers' favorites. It's a nice, long, funky jam. It reminds you of, you know, summertime. Having fun in the summertime. You know, one of them ones that just you love to play in your car. Or, you know, on your boom box when you're in the got your pool party going in the summertime, you know. That's how the song went. And you and me, let's have some fun. Just set yourself free. Let's have some fun. Say, hey girl, you know what? If you can have fun, I can have some fun too. You know, that's what he was trying to say. We can all have fun. How we want to. It's a free world. Alright. The album's second funky fast cut was Can You Help Me? Oh my god. This is probably my favorite song on the album. The 80s music lover's favorite song. It's like, girl, you know I'd love to know your name, but I don't have a line. It's like, can you help me? Wang, 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 wang. Baby, can you help me? It was funky. Funky. I mean, the lyrics, the song was written cleverly. I love it. And that was a big hit. That was the second biggest fast radio hit from this album. Just as popular and just maybe more popular than Be Your Man. Alright? He went gangster with Be Your Man, y'all. You know. Then moving on, we have Special Love, which was the third cut on side 2. Special Love was the second and only other slow jam on the album. Both of these slow jams on the album are seriously concentrated, you guys. Alright? Not thinned out, not missing nothing, concentrated. I mean, serious funky. We're talking some serious funk, alright, with those two songs. But Special Love, this song was also played on the radio, and it was a popular B-side, meaning it wasn't a B-side song, but it was on the backside of a lot of his 12 inches. And I like that just as much as I Want My Girl. I mean, they're equals if you ask me. I Want My Girl is more popular, but Special Love was beautiful. Beautiful, syrupy, type of hazy dream type of romantic song. You know, cause you've got special special love. Oh, never thought I'd learn to give love in return, but that's you, baby. You pull me through. You know, he's like, you're the one I crave. My love for you I'd save. So tell me, babe, is that alright? I mean, he was just putting down. Like curfew in the air, your love is always there to caress me. And do what, Jesse? And hold me tight. I mean, the song is tight. The song is tight. So, you know, a lovely, beautiful, slow song on there. Nice, smooth, slow jam for this album. Another one. Last song on the album, on side 2. There's a total of 8 tracks on this album. 4 on each side. Last song, side 2, is She's a Doll. Beautiful way to end the album. Nice, funky, fast cut. She's a doll. She's so full of wow. And baby, you know you're a thrill. She's a doll. She's driving me wild. And baby, you can bet she's unreal. Or fellas, you can bet she's unreal. But that was the cut right there at the end. I love that one too. I love the way he ends it. He does the last thing you hear on the album after that song fades out is the end crash. The beginning, and then when it goes like a car, their Cadillac skidding to stop at a red light or before they hit somebody or a crash. It starts off like that. Then Be Your Man comes on. And then when it ends, She's a Doll. When She's a Doll fades out, then it goes. And then you hear all the crashing, the lights breaking, and the glass breaking until the last glass breaks and falls to the pavement, and then it ends. I love it. I love it. That's artistic. Very creative. Now let's look at this here. These are the cassettes. I don't have a CD to show you guys right now. The 80s music lover or music doctor is going to have to get down and find some open door somewhere and get that down the line. They're very rare and very hard, expensive to get. Even the cassettes you see here are very hard to find, and they're hard to get. The CDs are an arm and a leg. I'm waiting for somebody to give me a reasonable price. Not that it's not worth it, but I'll get a clean copy and probably show you guys that later on. But there's the 2 cassettes there. Here is, like I said, showing you 12 inches. This is Be Your Man 12-inch. Jesse chilling with his guitar right there. Just chilling. Look at that pose. I love it. I love it. See the clock, the time? He didn't forget the time, y'all. He didn't forget the time. There we go. And that's just a little picture of the album on the back. Okay. This is my bubblegum pink colored vinyl. I like to call it bubblegum because it looks like bubblegum. But that's Jesse's pink vinyl right there of Be Your Man. And then that's Special Love right there. Alright. Then we have my favorite cut, Can You Help Me? Alright, Jesse chilling with his pimp hat. Like I said, he was gangster. He was gangster, y'all. He was running Minneapolis. He was robbing banks. He was robbing banks, y'all. In his pink suit. Alright. And that's just an outlining of him. Okay. The back of the B-side song is the ever so popular and funky Free World. Yeah, my goodness. Nobody likes the way I hold my mic. Nobody likes the way I hold my... Say it one more time. Nobody likes the way I hold my mic. They say it's too much like my friend. The clothes that I wear, the way I comb my hair, makes me come out to offend. That is tight. You can't mess with that. You can't mess with them lyrics. Alright? Now, Jesse was just running it. He was running 85, y'all. He was the king in 85. Alright. Last release was I Want My Girl. As far as being put on a 45 or vinyl in a way of form of a 12-inch. And this is I Want My Girl. Jesse got the guitar back there. It says Jesse on his guitar. I love it. Do your thing, baby boy. Yes, pink, pink, pink. Everything pink. Pink and lace. Look at that. Look, he was serious. Alright. Jesse wasn't as pretty as Prince, y'all. Alright, Prince is a pretty man. Alright. But Jesse, he had all the cards playing in all the right spots. Alright. He knew what to do to get success. And he had it this year. He had it this time in '85. So this is my album review. And this is it. And I hope you guys enjoyed my Jesse Johnson review. Album review. His first studio release, debut. From 1985. And may you guys live in the free world. And wear lots of lace and pink. Alright. Later, y'all. Peace out. It's a free world. Go get it.